Now at 6, a local nonprofit hosts an annual community day for low-cost auto repair. Plus, the Women of Rock will be performing this weekend and supporting the legacy of music. And the annual Smoke Off competition fundraiser is taking place in Webb City.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
People in the 4-state area continue to raise money for a local non-for-profit. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Jalen Banks. The 4 states came together today to lend a fundraising hand to Hired Power Ministries. The event had 20 other ministries helping in the cause. Hired Power helps individuals with car repairs and holds classes teaching people on how to do basic car maintenance and repairs.
Today is to bring recognition to Higher Power Garage and to bring recognition to our community. We want people to know what we do here and how we do it. We also to raise a little bit of money to help us to pay the bills over the next few months, and we also are looking to just bring some fun and excitement into our community.
All the proceeds of the event go back to the organization. Borderlands Guardians of the Children hosted a benefit today. The goal is to help promote and gain volunteers for their cause, which is to befriend, support, and look after children that have gone through abuse.
Well, the mission statement of Guardians of the Children is to recognize and react to child abuse and to educate the public to do the same. And so what we're out here doing today is a fundraiser to raise funds to support that mission and to raise awareness of who we are and what we do within our community.
They were joined by 5 other organizations. The Summer of Rock showcases women and local bands who perform rock music. The event is to show the legacy of women in the genre of music. 4 bands played at the event.
Our goal is to raise some money for the legacy of music, and just to get some of the local talent that is around this area out for others to hear, and hopefully we'll have a good turnout today.
For more on events such as this one, you can find them at our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. The annual Mo Elk Southwest District Barbecue Grill and Smoke-Off Competition fundraiser began today in Webb City. The cookout consists of 18 teams that will battle for the best tasting chicken and ribs. KOAM's Shagun Bondali has more.
The annual Missouri Elk Southwest District Barbecue Grill and Smoke-Off Competition fundraiser began today at Webb City. The cookout consists of 18 teams who battled for the best tasting ribs and chicken.
We have 18 different teams here today that are competing, and today they will be competing with chicken and ribs, and then later this afternoon we'll have a People's Choice event to where we will serve to the public from 2 to 5, $10, all you can eat. You'll get a ticket and vote on whichever one you like.
Novell tells me what the donated money will be used for.
All the money that we raise will be separated out between the lodges that have come to compete.
I spoke to a cook, and he tells me how he feels to be part of the event.
Oh, it's great. The camaraderie is awesome. We got a lot of great people out here. We got family. Can't see, we have a playground over here. The kids are all having a great time. It's just about coming together, putting your game on, and lighting up the grills and throwing out some great food.
Perry tells me why events like this are important.
Bringing people together. You know, we've been through a lot in the last 3 years. The whole country has, the whole world has, and to get people back together, doing these social events and talking one-on-one, that's really what it's all about, in my opinion. You know, just coming together, friends and family, and having a great day together.
And when I asked if he had anything else to say, here is what he said.
Just Creek Crew! Barbecue! That's it, yeah. So, thank you.
In Webb City, Shagun Bondali,
Man, that is
KOAM
awesome.
News.
The cookout is open to the public, and man, that is quite the awesome event. I wish I was out there. And now Sam Lane joins us with the first look at the weather.
Yeah, it was certainly hot out there today, not only at the grill, but also in the air, as we've been seeing temperatures in the 90s once again. So summer's really got a grip on us. And also the drought is still in our areas. You can see it expands all the way down into Texas, Oklahoma, western Kansas. A large part of the country is still in drought. Now a little bit closer in view, there has been some improvement up in St. Clair County and also up in just to the north of Nevada, but everyone else has still been very dry. We desperately need some rainfall, and I think there's some in the forecast. Over the last 36 hours, we were in the mid-90s yesterday. We dropped down into the 70s this morning, and then once again into the 90s this afternoon. There is some rain on the radar, but it's out towards the west, and I'll be back to tell you when it'll arrive here in just a few minutes.
Attorneys for President Trump offered a response to the partially redacted affidavit used to authorize the FBI search of his Florida home that was released yesterday. The document says the warrant was needed because highly sensitive records were being stored in Mar-a-Lago. CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette reports from New York.
Attorneys for former President Trump say in a document filed late yesterday in district court in South Florida that the affidavit provides almost no information that would allow understanding about why the raid took place or what was taken from his home. It says of the 15 boxes of government records he brought with him to Mar-a-Lago, 14 had classified documents, some including sensitive information about government informants.
That is the linchpin of the entire affidavit. We are talking about materials that could kill people, as well as, of course, reveal sources and methods really undermine our national security.
Investigators found 184 documents with classification markings, including 67 that were labeled confidential, 92 that were secret, and 25 that had been labeled top secret.
The ones that are most concerning to me are the ones that were marked HCS, which is a marking that indicates that information was derived from CIA spies overseas.
About half of the 32-page affidavit was blacked out. There are references to concerns about security at Mar-a-Lago. Trump and his political allies continue to insist the search was politically motivated.
The unsealing of this today isn't going to do much to, again, tamp down the chaos, the confusion.
CBS News sources say the intelligence community is assessing if human sources have been compromised based on what the investigation has already revealed. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.
People took to the streets and marched to the Texas state capitol at a gun control protest over the Uvalde school shooting. Shimon Procopez has more.
This is a step in the right direction, but there's a lot more things that need to happen.
It's a moment of accountability that many in Uvalde had been waiting for, but many say isn't enough.
All in favor? Motion passes unanimously.
The Uvalde School Board voted unanimously Wednesday night to terminate the employment of Pete Arredondo. The school district's police chief criticized for his role in the response to the mass shooting at Robb Elementary School.
We're going to continue our fight.
No justice! Many in Uvalde are also calling for the school board, the superintendent, and the entire school district police department to be replaced. All, in their eyes, partially responsible for failing to prevent the deaths of 19 students and 2 teachers 3 months ago.
You are not going to sweep this under the rug. 3 main failures. Number 1, school administration. Right there.
Before yesterday's meeting, Arredondo's lawyer released a statement with a request it be read aloud, calling the proceedings an unconstitutional public lynching and saying that Arredondo would not attend the board meeting over safety concerns.
So for him to not be here and actually to face the consequences to his actions? Exactly.
Arredondo has said he did not consider himself in charge during the May 24th shooting, but state officials identified him as the on-scene commander. The gunman was in 2 adjoined classrooms for more than an hour before officers entered and killed him. That time marked with chaos as no one took command.
We now take time to honor one of our 4 state heroes. James Wright served in the Navy from 1942 to 1945. And he's a Chinook, Kansas native. To James Wright, we thank you, our 4 state hero. And next, Moderna files a lawsuit against Pfizer for the use of technology in their vaccine. A COVID vaccine maker sues its rival. and to look at a big jump in marijuana use. CBS correspondent Wendy Gillette has some of this week's top health stories from New York.
Moderna is suing Pfizer and BioNTech, accusing the rival COVID vaccine makers of copying technology in its shot. The company filed a patent infringement lawsuit in federal court in Massachusetts. Moderna is seeking damages for activities after March 8th of this year, but not for vaccine sales in 92 lower and middle income countries. New research finds more and more people are using recreational cannabis. The latest data shows a 20% increase in the 19 states that allow recreational use. Cannabis was first legalized in 2014, and now over 141 million Americans can use it legally. Medical experts caution it is an addictive drug and can have negative health outcomes. A new study published in Scientific Reports finds cognitive function declines as dogs age. For dogs older than 10 years, the risk of developing canine cognitive dysfunction, or CCD, increases by more than 50% with each added year of life. Animals affected may show memory deficits, loss of spatial awareness, altered social interactions, and sleep disruption. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.
And later, Danny Terza will have the highlights of McDonald County as they opens up their softball season.
And it was another hot one across the 4 states, and we have some rain on the radar, so that's some good news. I'll have the complete forecast coming right up. Well, August just keeps rolling right along with warmer than normal temperatures as we had last month, so it looks like we're going to have a repeat this month, but at least we're not getting close to 100 degrees, so that's good news. Right now down in Seneca, Missouri, pretty pleasant evening out there, just a lot of cirrostratus clouds starting to move in. That's indicative of a storm system starting to move in. The clouds are getting thicker, and it looks like a pretty nice evening down there if you're heading down to Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. All right, let's take a look at the radar because we do have a couple of areas of storms, one up to the north of Rolla and south of Columbia, and a bigger batch of storms up in northwestern and north central Kansas, and that is slowly going to make its way towards the east, and that means we're going to have a chance of storms coming in here as we head into the day tomorrow. You can see on the satellite radar review over the last few hours, it's slowly kind of marching its way across the Sunflower State, but eventually will start to move into the 4 states, and that's good news because we are very, very dry. Speaking of dry, let's look at the August temperatures across the month, and you can see that yesterday was 95, today we were 92. That means 20 days above normal on temperatures, only 6 below. So it looks like we're going to probably finish up August above normal. All right, right now it's 90 degrees in Joplin, feels like 93. That's because the dew point is sitting at 67, 56 or 46% on our humidity, and the pressure is currently falling. Temperatures are a little bit warmer out to the west. Check out Independence, they're 93 right now, also 93 in Nowata. A little bit cooler off to the east in Monette where it's 88 right now, and even cooler still for our friends down in Benton County where it's currently 86. Dew points, they're pretty much in the mid-60s across the area, and that means it's sticky on our dew point tracker. With dew points in the mid-60s, it starts to get sticky out there. But the sticky conditions means rainfall is a pretty good chance across our area, and we'll get to that in the forecast. You can see on the future track, scattered showers and storms by tomorrow morning will still mainly be in Kansas with lows in the 70s across the area and southerly winds pumping up that moisture from the south. Then as we go through the day tomorrow, temperatures in the mid to upper 80s across our area with scattered showers and storms mainly during the midday and then by evening down to the south. Then as we go into Sunday night into Monday morning, temperatures lowering into the 70s in the area, maybe a few upper 60s across the area like in Lamar with 69. Then on Monday afternoon, a front is going to make its way from the north, and that will help spark some showers and thunderstorms across the area with highs again in the mid to upper 80s across the area, maybe 90 over there in Coffeyville. Then on Monday night, the front sweeps through, our wind turns around to the north, and so temperatures are going to be slightly cooler, mid to upper 60s to the north and close to 70 down towards the south, including Joplin. Your rain tracker, not a lot of rain with this storm system, unfortunately. A few areas could pick up around 3/4 of an inch, but if you do get some rain, maybe around 1/4 to half an inch. We desperately need some more, and hopefully we will get some more later on in our forecast. But for tomorrow, 88 with scattered storms around the area, 91 on Monday, 91 on Tuesday, and then we get back into the mid-90s once again on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then another chance of storms early next week. So hopefully everyone will get a little bit of rain over the next 10 days, but it's going to be hard pressed to find some.
Get some. You said
Yes.
20 days above normal, right?
Yes, 20 days so far this month.
Yeah, that is not pleasant
Not a good trend to
whatsoever.
set. Nope.
All right, so hopefully get a little bit of rainfall, cool things off.
Yes.
You know, hopefully help our athletes out there that have just
Exactly.
started off
Lots
the
of
football
water.
season.
Drink lots of water.
Absolutely. All right, thank you,
Mhm.
Sam. And coming up in sports, the junior college football season kicks off today.
Yeah, NEO opens up their season at home against Southern Shreveport. Plus, McDonald County softball is in Oklahoma today for the start of their season. Those highlights next. McDonald County softball finished the 2021 season with a 24-7 record and made an appearance in the district championship game. Today, the Mustangs travel across the state line for their season opener. McDonald County opens their schedule on the road against the Quapaw Wildcats. Quick start for the Mustangs. J.C. Franken rips one down the third baseline. 2 score for McDonald County. Third inning tied at 2. Maggie Pratt lays down a bunt. Caitlin Townsend scores from third to make it 3-2 Mustangs. Quapaw hangs with them though. They put up a big 6th inning. Brooklyn Williams knocks it into shallow center. Sky Bass slides into home. Wildcats within 2. But here come the Mustangs. They load the bases in the top of the 7th. Townsend clears the back fence for a grand slam, and McDonald County closes it out 11-5, the final.
Number one thing to take away from it is how competitive we were throughout the game. You know, Quapaw did a great job of battling back, very scrappy team, but it just seemed like every time they were able to manufacture something offensively, we answered right back, which is something we always want to do. You know, signs of a championship team, and that's what we want.
It's also the first game of the season for the local JUCO football teams. NEO is looking to build off of last year's 4-5 record. NEO hosts Southern Shreveport today in the season opener. William King connects with Damon Kane. Kane beats a few guys before getting taken down a few yards out. Zion Burdett finishes the drive, takes it into the end zone himself for the first touchdown of the game, 7-0 NEO. Burdett with the ball again here, gets a first down for the Norsemen. Then the handoff goes to Trevin Woolfolk. He muscles his way down the middle and in for the score. Second quarter now. Burdett pitches it to Najee Ellis. He takes it down the near side and into the end zone. And they just keep the pressure all day long. Jags lose control of the snap here, and the Norsemen come away with a safety. All NEO in the first half. They lead 30-0 at the break. The Independent Pirates begin their season with a big road game against Iowa Central. The 11th-ranked Tritons take down the 10th-ranked Pirates 34-17. Coffeyville won the Kansas Jayhawk Conference regular season title last year. They're picked to finish fourth in this year's preseason poll. The Red Ravens host Highland this evening for their first game of the year. Kickoff against the Scotties is set for 7 p.m. and we'll have updates right here at 10.
Man, how about, you know, those Mustangs with the grand slam?
Exciting stuff, yeah,
Imagine
absolutely.
that. And then, you know, JUCO football, obviously those guys are trying to play for their next opportunity. So, you know, good luck to everybody out there for this JUCO season. Hopefully you get a chance to go on and play, you know, at a school after your JUCO journey.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be right back after this. It's been warm, Sam, but what do we have?
It has. We do have some scattered storms possible tomorrow. Not everybody's going to get wet, but some folks will. And then as we move into Monday and Tuesday, the storm chances decrease, and then we're dry through most of the week until early next week when we have another chance of storms.
And Danny, what do we have?
Great start for the season for the McDonald County Mustangs. They travel on the road for their first game, beat Quapaw 11-5. So looking forward to keeping an eye out on them. They're always pretty good. So.
Absolutely, yeah, that grand slam.
That was great.
Pretty impressive.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. You can always find us on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10 o'clock.
service is provided.